Right, and welcome to your Dose, the Fight Night Champion. Tonight we're going to start in round 3 because I lost the first 2 rounds. This guy, as you saw, had one fantastic record. He had over 100 wins and just under 40 losses, so he can obviously play. And in the first 2 rounds, I actually chased him a bit, and all he did was lean back and power straight me, and even though it didn't land a lot, it landed enough to win him those rounds. So I thought to myself, if I continue to chase him and he just keeps leaning and power straighting, he's going to win this fight. And with the experience that he's obviously got, I thought I'm going to have to sort of mix it up a bit and change it a little bit. So I thought I'd be more conservative and box on the back foot and try and catch him coming in with a sidestep uppercut and try to be completely random with my punches. Now that is a common mistake that a lot of beginners on Fight Night Champion make. They will get success with, say, one combo or one move, whether it be the push straight or maybe a combo like left hook, right hand, and if they get success, they stick with it and they do it again and again and again and again. Now any competent Fight Night Champion player will recognise any sort of pattern that you're, demonstrating or displaying to them. They'll recognise that pattern. They'll see the left hook coming and they'll counter the right hand, or there's another right hand's coming. So what I tend to do if I'm playing a competent player is I try to be completely random and I throw punches that I hope they're not expecting. So if I do get success with a combo, say a left hook right hand through his Philly shell guard, then I won't throw it again immediately. I might throw a jab to the body, I might step back and throw a power straight, or I might not even throw it all. I might just start moving my head and just sticking the jab out and being on the back foot. So this is what I try to do. As I said, I was 2 rounds down. I think I won that round, so he knows now that I've changed tactics and I've won a round. Let's see what he can do. And basically, I did win that round. He didn't really know what to do. He couldn't really adapt. So
Ferocious has got to deal with a cut now above his eye.
Yeah, he's throwing the jab and he's throwing the power straight, and every now and then he randomly sidestep power straight. I'm just trying to keep him off now. I'm just flicking that jab out. Little left hook right hand got straight through his Philly shell defense again. But I'm not going to throw the left hook right hand again because he might be expecting it. So I might switch to his body. But at the moment I'm throwing nothing. Down to his body, lean back, then just sort of step away behind the jab. Chicken wing right hand, try and confuse him if he's coming in. And that is basically the key to Fight Night Champion if you're playing a competent player, is try not to be readable. Do not throw the same combo over and over again, and do not display or demonstrate patterns. As soon as you start, having some sort of pattern to your fighting, they'll recognise it and you'll pay the price.
He returns the favor with a right
of his own. Here we go. And whilst, this guy, he's a competent player, and it brings me on to another subject about Fight Night Champion. Fight Night Champion is a great game, and it's a great community as well. The PlayStation, people have got Fight Night, I think it's called Tony's, Fight Night Tourneys or Tony's on Facebook. The Xbox Fight Night players, they've got Fight Night Junkies, and it's a nice community. People fight each other. It makes the game more fun because the good players know who the good players are, they match up against each other and you have some cracking fights. But the negative side to Fight Night Champion is, I think it's because it's a fighting game. I've never played a game with such sort of bad feeling or animosity if a player's losing or the fight's not going his way. People will come on the mic, they'll start slagging you off. will start slagging, you know, your mother off. I've had people, you know, threatening to do nasty things to my mother because they can't hit me, and they'll go on the mic. They'll might even, you know, pick on where you're from. A lot of players in the United States, the bad losers. I'm not saying all players from the United States, because there's some really cool guys over there, but the bad losers, they'll start calling you a British scumbag. You're British, you're from the UK, you can't fight, you're a pussy. And this guy that I'm fighting here is a perfect example of a bad loser, because at the end of this he sends me a message which
if you're just smart and slick like this guy, and you make the guy
I can't help but laugh. I don't want to ruin it for you, so but he sent me a message at the end. I listened to it twice because I was like, oh my god, you know, this guy's so angry. You can tell he's fuming that he lost the fight, and it's only a video game, it's only a boxing match, where all the expletives come out of him, and, and you can tell he's very, very angry that he's lost the match. And I tend to find, you know, this is probably the worst game for that. You know, you can lose at Call of Duty, you can lose at, I don't know, video chess or poker or video poker or whatever. You can lose at whatever video game you're playing. But Fight Night Champion, people get nasty. They send nasty messages, the trash talk over the mic, and it's probably the worst game I've ever played for that sort of behaviour. And yeah, it can be funny, but sometimes if you're just chilling out and you're minding your own business, the last thing you want to hear is someone going to do bad things to your mother just because they can't hit you. So yeah, excuse me, I've got a bit of a call today. I've contemplated not doing a commentary because I'm struggling breathing through my nose. Excuse me. If you forgive me, I'll carry on. So yeah, this guy, he's a competent player, he's a really good player. So, Kenny, you know, hard luck, mate. I respect you as a player. He just got out-thought this particular fight. As you see, I'm running behind the jab again, and I'm switching my punches. Head, then to body, then to head again, then to body. And you just don't, you know, you don't throw the same punch over and over and over again. I always remember watching Harold Graham get knocked out by Julian Jackson. It was a middleweight fight. I can't remember if it was for the title, but Harold Graham was an up-and-coming British middleweight fighter, and Julian Jackson was a well-known American fighter who hit like a brick. And I remember watching the fight. It had an impact on me because Harold Graham was winning that fight, I think, for the first 3 or 4 rounds. I can't remember what round it ended in, but I think it was round 4. And for the first 3 rounds, Harold Graham dominated Julian Jackson because he was just such a good boxer, and he was a southpaw, he was awkward, and he was boxing on the back foot, and all sort of Julian Jackson had was this powerful punch, and he couldn't land it. I mean, me, I'm a boxing fan, or I'm a British boxing fan as well. You know, I wanted Harold Graham to win, but he was giving Julian Jackson such a pasting that I actually felt sorry for Julian Jackson. Even though I think he was the champion at the time, I felt sorry for him. I thought, you're taking a pasting and you can't hit this guy. This guy's too crafty. But I remember Julian Jackson suddenly pulled this punch out the bag, which you can see it on YouTube. You know, if you want to have a look at it, have a look at that fight, see it on YouTube. But he pulls this punch out the bag, which knocks Harold Graham spot out, and you can see that Harold Graham is out before his head hits the canvas. His arms drop by his side, and he looks like a tree falling. You know, when they shout timber, that's what he looks like when he's falling. And he crashes off the canvas, and he loses the fight, even though he was, you know, totally outboxing. And I remember watching it on the replay because I was stunned. I was absolutely stunned by his punch. It was one of the most devastating punches that I'd ever seen. And what Harold Graham did he was getting so confident that he threw exactly the same combo twice. I think it was jab, jab, uppercut, hook. And then he threw it straight after. Jab, jab, uppercut. And then boom! Because the guy knew the hook was coming. So that's the point I'm trying to make. You don't throw the same punch or the same combos just because you get success the first time. You don't throw it immediately after. And if you don't believe me, watch that Errol Graham Julian Jackson fight, because that is the mistake Errol Graham made, and I bet you it haunts him to this day. He was, totally outboxing him, killing him, and he threw the same combo twice, directly after each other. And the second time he threw it, he paid for it. He paid for that mistake. So yeah, that's the key for any Fight Night player who wants to be really good at the game. Don't rely on one move. Try and have a lot of strings to your bow, and try and mix it up a bit. Try and be random. Try and be difficult to read. And that to me is the key to winning at this game. One of my YouTube subscribers asked me, he said, is there anyone impossible to beat? And no, in my opinion there's some great players out there, and there's some great players who are very difficult to beat, but no one is impossible to beat, including myself. The flash knockdown, a lot of people don't like the flash knockdown because it can sometimes be a bit unfair. You might be 9 or 10 rounds up and you get flashed by one lucky punch. But I actually like the flash knockdown, and I'm glad it's in the game because it's like an equaliser. It basically keeps you on your toes, and that's what I mean by any player is beatable. Because even if you are getting hammered, even if you're some guys abusing the push straight, pushing you against the ropes and banging you with spamming that power straight over the top, banging you, and the 9 rounds up, you can have one little sidestep uppercut and the fight will end in your favour. So yeah. Everyone can be beat. This game is never, never take things for granted. It's never a foregone conclusion. But yeah, this particular match was very satisfying for me, because the guy was obviously very competent. My Lloyd Hunnigan, even though I've moved him up from 89 to 90, he still isn't a full 90. I've still got some XP to spend or earn and spend it on him to actually make him a full 90. So there's a couple of little chinks in his armour. This guy, obviously a very good player, Kenny 288, I basically outboxed him. So it was very satisfying win for me. But like I said, if you want an example of how spiteful and nasty a bad loser can be, then have a little listen to what he says once the fight's over.
There's the uppercut, one of my favorite punches, and it works that time for him. He took a shot, but he came back.
So yeah, I'm battering his body. He's now resorted to the 1-2. It's like jab right hand, jab right hand, jab right hand, and every now and then he'll do a little sidestep power straight. But he's ran out of ideas. That's probably why I get the message at the end, because he's probably pulling his hair out.
This is round number 10.
So he's standing there, Philly shell defence, as I said, left hook right hand gets through that, but don't keep throwing it because you'll see it coming. And if I use the Philly shell, my head movement's up full, so I can avoid that right now.
And usually he's a guy, if we were talking about basketball, he's a guy like to be in the paint.
But now he's resorted to the 1-2, jab, power straight, jab, power straight. And I think because he has took some big body shots, I think my stamina is probably a lot better than his. So at this point in the fight, I'm not worried in the slightest. I'm thinking he has to chase me really, unless he flashes me. And he does try. He does throw a lot of power straights to try and get that flash.
Targeting that head with the combination punching.
Every now and then when he's coming in, I do lean
Good exchange.
and throw that chicken wing over the top. But I don't do it all the time, just in case you raise it.
Effective with that.
But you can see he's getting more and more desperate. He's throwing more and more power straights. Well, I think this fight is mine. It's in the bag now.
Right.
Another power straight, another power straight. He's getting desperate.
Good looking two-punch combination there.
Left, right, left, right. I get the right hand over the top. Power straight. See, he has got a pattern. He does do the left, right, left, right. He does it twice, then he throws the right hand. So he has got a pattern, left, right. And there goes the right hand. Left, right, right hand.
There's the combo downstairs. Good job.
Yeah, he's definitely got a pattern. Left, right. Yeah, definitely had a pattern in. So there you go.
Completely one-sided fight.
He's now got a loss
If you saw it any other way, you'd have to
on his
put a
excellent
warning
record.
out. The next time
And even though Lloyd looks
on a pack of cigarettes, you know, this could be hazardous
bits.
to your health. I mean, these
He
guys
gets
could
a
be
well-deserved
hazardous to your
win.
career if they scored any other way.
Here's the official decision.
So yeah, I'm sort of quite pleased with myself. It was a very satisfying win. I'm chuffed to bits that
So a
I got the
unanimous
20
decision
and 3.
win by Ferocious.
It was a close
That's the
fight.
way
You know,
we
he won
saw
the
it
first
all
2
night
rounds, I
long.
told you.
Judges agree.
And I turned it around.
Any other way.
I'm Joe Tessitore for
But
Teddy
yeah, so I'm looking at the old punch
Thanks
stats,
and
and
enjoy the
seeing what he
rest of
threw.
your day.
After he threw a lot of power straights, and then I move on and have a little look at the new record, 20 and 3. Exit the fight, and there's a message waiting for me. So I think to myself, oh, I wonder if he's going to see a good fight. I wonder if he's going to be a sportsman. There it is. Kenny 288.
Hey boy, bullshit, you shit motherfucker, you understand me, you shit mother? You cannot box pussy, come to me, you and I will fight, you shit nigger, Junge, du bist ein hässlicher Nigger, du motherfucker, Junge.
Let's say that again.
Boy, bullshit, you shit motherfucker, you understand me, you shit mother? You cannot box pussy, come to me, you and I will fight, you shit nigger, Junge, du bist ein hässlicher Nigger, du motherfucker, Junge.
So yeah, I mean, that was so offensive I had a laugh. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, Fight Night Champion fans, and peace out. And let's have fun on the game, eh? Let's not be too spiteful and nasty to each other. Alright, cheers, peace, bye for now.